Well, when I was born in Cyprus, and I lived in Cyprus till I was 5 years old, and my father, because he had a nightclub and he used to invite a lot of pop artists from the area, I think the first few years of my life, I only knew this kind of music, sort of Greek pop music from the early 70s. Then when we moved to England, I got involved in, I heard classical music for the first time, Brahms as it was, and so I very soon wanted to become a composer. So I played the violin and I played the piano, but I was also a choir boy for a choir, and also for quite a famous choir at a certain point. So you could say my early musical background was a mixture of classical music and choir music, like choral tradition. But even from a very early age, I remember from around the age of 10, 11, I was listening to contemporary music, or modern music. I was listening to Xenakis and Stockhausen, and so I really knew I just wanted to be a composer. And then I was just thirsty to hear all kinds of music. So I played a bit of jazz. After I left school, I wanted to discover Greek traditional music. So I traveled Greece for a year, and I learned to play oud also. So and I had also lessons of Turkish Ottoman music. So it's really mixed, and then I was always into improvisation. So one could say I have a very eclectic musical background, and that helps me also it helped me then, I remember, not feeling as though I belong in one musical tradition, and this is the tradition that I must follow. At a certain point, I think I had a bit of a crisis, because I love music so much in its many different forms, and at a certain point I realized, well, what music do I want to do for myself? And that's when I felt that, the idea of creating your own tradition, just writing the music you want to write, that doesn't necessarily have to fit in, any conventional contemporary music sort of line. I always felt like very sensitive to let's say the different pressures of writing contemporary music in a certain way, and I didn't want to do that. So and then like to finish off that part of the story, at university when I was in England, I met Louis Andriessen, when he came over to give a talk, and then I remember being blown away by his music, because suddenly his music felt like, this is also music that just is its own kind of tradition, it's his own, he was obviously influenced by, his teacher was Berio, but also very influenced by American minimalism and in various forms of his generation of popular music, whether it was jazz or rock, so this sort of gave me a sort of a model, or gave me encouragement to just do what you want to do, like even if there's no actual tradition of it.